Hello everyone and welcome. In today's German driving license practical test Hindi practice session, we'll go through 200 updated questions designed to help you prepare for the exam. When each question appears, pause the video first. Choose the answer you believe is correct, then comment your answer below before resuming the video to see the correct answer. Keep track of your score as you move through the questions, and let's get started. Question 1. When should drivers use hand-over-hand steering? Option A. When turning the steering wheel during normal driving activity. Option B, when anti-lock brakes are engaged. Option C, when turning at low speeds. Option D, when backing or when momentarily turning on blinkers, the radio, or windshield wipers. The correct answer is option C, when turning at low speeds. Explanation. Use hand-over-hand steering when turning at low speeds, such as when turning at an intersection or when parking your vehicle. Regarding the steering wheel as a clock face, your left hand should grasp the wheel between 8 and 9 o'clock, and your right hand should grasp the wheel between 3 and 4 o'clock. Question 2. A single broken yellow line down the center of a two-lane road indicates that Option A. Lanes are moving in opposite directions and operators are not permitted to pass. Option B. Lanes are moving in opposite directions and operators are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Option C. Lanes are moving in the same direction and operators are not permitted to pass. Option D. Lanes are moving in the same direction and operators are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. The correct answer is option B. Lanes are moving in opposite directions and operators are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Explanation. Yellow lines are used to separate traffic moving in opposite directions. Dashed lines indicate that operators directly next to the line are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Question 3. Shared lanes may be used by Option A. Bicyclists. Option B. Truck drivers. Option C. Motorcyclists. Option D. Passenger vehicle operators. The correct answer is option A. Bicyclists. Explanation. Shared lanes are intended for use by bicyclists. They assist bicyclists with lateral position in lanes too narrow for a motor vehicle and a bicycle to travel side by side within the same traffic lane. Shared lanes also alert road users to the location bicyclists are likely to occupy. Question 4. You may turn right on red if you Option A. Stop first and check for traffic and pedestrians. Option B. Are facing a red arrow. Option C. Are in the left lane. Option D. Slow down first. The correct answer is option A. Stop first and check for traffic and pedestrians. Explanation. Unless a posted sign prohibits turning right on red, you may turn right at a steady red light. You must first come to a complete stop and yield to pedestrians and other traffic. Question 5. When driving in snowy or icy conditions, you should Option A. Decrease your speed. Option B. Increase your speed. Option C. Never come to a complete stop. Option D. Decrease your following distance. The correct answer is option D. Decrease your following distance. Explanation. Reduce your speed when roads are snow-covered or icy. Doing this and increasing your following distance while traveling on slippery roads are the best things you can do to avoid crashes and collisions. Question 6. When entering traffic from a private driveway, Option A. You must yield to vehicles already on the main road. Option B. You have the right of way over other traffic. Option C. Enter only if there is a traffic light. Option D. Have someone stop the traffic on the road you're entering. The correct answer is option A. You must yield to vehicles already on the main road. Explanation. Drivers entering a road from a driveway, alley, parking lot, or roadside must yield to vehicles already on the main road. Question 7. A person's ability to drive can be impaired by Option A. Alcohol. Option B. Any medication. Option C. A lack of sleep. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option A. Alcohol. Explanation. The ability to drive safely is dependent on the driver being in good physical condition. Driving can be impaired by alcohol, legal and illegal drugs, and being drowsy. Question 8. If two vehicles arrive to a four-way stop at the same time, Option A. The vehicle on the left must yield to the vehicle on the right. Option B. The vehicle on the right must yield to the vehicle on the left. Option C. Drivers must make hand motions to communicate with each other. Option D. One driver should proceed without stopping. The correct answer is option A. The vehicle on the left must yield to the vehicle on the right. Explanation. In general, vehicles at a four-way stop should proceed in the order that they arrive. However, if two vehicles arrive to the intersection at the same time, the vehicle on the left must yield the right-of-way to the vehicle on the right. Question 9. When using a turn signal, you should not. Option A. Signal early. Option B. Signal continuously. Option C. Cancel the turn signal after completing the turn. Option D. Allow the turn signal to stay on long after the turn has been completed. The correct answer is option B. Signal continuously. Explanation. Always signal well ahead of a turn or lane change. Signal continuously until you have completed the turn or lane change, then be sure to cancel the signal so you do not confuse other drivers. Question 10. Work zone signs mean. Option A. It is summer. Option B. You must immediately stop and back up. Option C. Less than ideal conditions are present for driving. Option D. You should drive faster to get out of the work zone. The correct answer is option D. You should drive faster to get out of the work zone. Explanation. Work zone signs are orange and indicate that some type of work is being performed on or alongside the roadway. Be extremely careful when you see these signs. Question 11. The controlled braking method is option A. When the driver locks the wheels and steers. Option B. When the driver uses the brakes as hard as possible without locking the wheels. Option C. When the driver only slightly taps the brakes. Option D. When the driver downshifts the gears to brake. The correct answer is option B. When the driver uses the brakes as hard as possible without locking the wheels. Explanation. The method of controlled braking involves applying the brakes as hard as you can without locking the wheels. If you need to make large steering adjustments while using controlled braking, you should remove your foot from the brake pedal, steer, then reapply the brakes. Question 12. Another driver is trying to pass your car. You should. Option A. Pull off the road. Option B. Signal to the other driver when it is safe for them to pass. Option C. Check for oncoming traffic and adjust your speed to allow safe passing. Option D. Speed up. The correct answer is option C. Check for oncoming traffic and adjust your speed to allow safe passing. Explanation. Keep right when another driver begins to pass you on the left. Check for oncoming traffic and adjust your speed to let the passing vehicle move back into the right lane as easily as possible. Question 13. In general, you should pass vehicles that are traveling in the same direction as you. Option A. On their right. Option B. On their left. Option C. Only if the other driver signals that it is safe. Option D. Whenever you have the opportunity to do so. The correct answer is option B. On their left. Explanation. In general, the left lane is used for passing. Only pass when it is safe and legal to do so. Question 14. Traffic regulations require drivers to display a turn signal for at least blank before making a turn or lane change. Option A. 50 feet. Option B. 75 feet. Option C. 100 feet. Option D. 25 feet. The correct answer is option C. 100 feet. Explanation. Turn signals must be displayed for at least 100 feet before changing lanes or turning. It is advisable to signal for a greater distance when driving at increased speeds. Question 15. In a vehicle equipped with airbags, a driver. Option A. Should adjust their steering wheel to tilt downward. Option B. Does not need to wear a seat belt. Option C. Can drive 10 miles per hour over the speed limit. Option D. Should sit as close to the steering wheel as is comfortable. The correct answer is option A. Should adjust their steering wheel to tilt downward. Explanation. If your vehicle is equipped with airbags, you should still use your seat belt and make sure that your passengers do the same. To prevent injury from a deploying airbag, move your seat back so that you are at least 10 inches from the steering wheel. If possible, tilt the wheel downward so it points toward your chest instead of toward your head and neck. Question 16. When passing another vehicle on a road with two lanes traveling in opposite directions, you should. Option A. Return to the driving lane when there's enough room between you and the vehicle you passed. Option B. Remain in the left lane if you intend to turn left. Option C. Return to the right side of the roadway immediately. Option D. Drive in either lane. The correct answer is option A. Return to the driving lane when there's enough room between you and the vehicle you passed. Explanation. When passing another vehicle on a two-lane roadway, you must return to the right side of the roadway when there is enough room between you and the vehicle you have passed. Question 17. If you are driving near a motorcycle, you must. Option A. Allow the motorcycle to use a complete lane. Option B. Drive on the shoulder beside the motorcycle. Option C. Allow the motorcycle to use only half of a lane. Option D. Pass using the same lane as the motorcycle. The correct answer is option A. Allow the motorcycle to use a complete lane. Explanation. A motorcycle is a full-size vehicle with the same privileges as any other vehicle on the roadway. You should allow a motorcyclist a full lane width. Although it may seem as though there is enough room in the traffic lane for a larger vehicle and a motorcycle, remember that the motorcycle needs room to maneuver safely. Question 18. To use the stab braking method in an emergency situation, you should: Option A. Apply the brakes completely until the wheels lock up, release the brakes until the wheels start rolling, then repeat the process. Option B. Apply the brakes about halfway, but keep the wheels rolling. Option C. Fully apply the brakes, let the wheels lock up, and hold the brake pedal down, keeping the wheels locked until the vehicle stops. Option D. Apply the emergency brake. The correct answer is option A. Apply the brakes completely until the wheels lock up, release the brakes until the wheels start rolling, then repeat the process. Explanation. The stab braking method for emergency stops involves fully applying the brakes until they lock up. The brakes are then released until the wheels start rolling, then the process is repeated. Question 19. When backing up your vehicle, you should: Option A. Turn your head and body to the right to look out the rear window. Option B. Use only your rearview mirror to look for obstacles to the rear of your vehicle. Option C. Honk your horn so pedestrians and other vehicles know what you are doing. Option D. None of these. The correct answer is option A. Turn your head and body to the right to look out the rear window. Explanation. When backing, don't depend on your mirrors. Instead, with your left hand at the top of the steering wheel, turn your head and body to the right and look out the rear window. Question 20. If a traffic light at an intersection is broken or not functioning, you should: Option A. Stop and wait for it to be repaired. Option B. Stop and wait for a police officer to arrive. Option C. Continue as if the intersection is a four-way stop. Option D. Continue as you normally would. The correct answer is option C. Continue as if the intersection is a four-way stop. Explanation. An intersection with a non-functioning traffic signal should be treated as a four-way stop. Question 21. A chemical test is used to measure: Option A. Reaction time. Option B. Blood alcohol content. Option C. Vision. Option D. Driving ability. The correct answer is option B. Blood alcohol content. Explanation. Blood alcohol content (BAC) is normally determined by a chemical test of breath, blood, urine, or saliva. However, a chemical test is not necessary to prove that you were intoxicated or impaired. The testimony of a police officer about how you were driving, or your appearance and behavior when arrested, can provide enough evidence to convict you, even without a chemical test. Question 22. If planning to back up your vehicle, you should: Option A. Check behind your vehicle before getting in. Option B. Depend entirely on your mirrors. Option C. Accelerate quickly. Option D. Only look to the sides of your vehicle. The correct answer is option A. Check behind your vehicle before getting in. Explanation. If planning to back up your vehicle, you should check behind your vehicle before you get in. Children or small objects are difficult to see from the driver's seat. Question 23. If under 21 years of age, you are considered to be driving while under the influence if your blood alcohol level is: Option A. 0.08% or higher. Option B. 0.1% or higher. Option C. 0.05% or higher. Option D. 0.02% or higher. The correct answer is option D. 0.02% or higher. Explanation. If you are under age 21, Pennsylvania's laws do not permit you to drive with any measurable alcohol in your system. If you are under 21, you are considered to be driving under the influence if your blood alcohol level is 0.02% or greater. Question 24. When making a turn or lane change, you should: Option A. Signal immediately before the turn or lane change. Option B. Signal 100 feet before the turn or lane change, even if no other vehicles are around. Option C. Signal 100 feet before the turn or lane change, but only when driving in traffic. Option D. Any of the above. The correct answer is option B. Signal 100 feet before the turn or lane change, even if no other vehicles are around. Explanation. When slowing down, turning, or changing lanes, you should communicate with other drivers. Signal every time you want to change lanes or turn, even if there are no other vehicles in sight. Question 25. When approaching a curve during the on-road driving test, you must do all of the following except Option A. Check traffic thoroughly in all directions. Option B. Reduce your speed before entering the curve. Option C. Keep your vehicle in its lane. Option D. Steadily use the brakes throughout the curve. The correct answer is option C. Keep your vehicle in its lane. Explanation. When approaching a curve during the on-road driving test, you should thoroughly check traffic in all directions. Before entering the curve, reduce your speed sufficiently so that further braking or shifting is not required. Keep your vehicle in its lane and continue checking traffic in all directions. Question 26. What does a lane control signal with a steady yellow X above a reversible lane indicate? Option A. The signal is about to change to a red X. Option B. The signal is about to change to a green arrow. Option C. Drivers may drive normally in this lane. Option D. Drivers may drive slowly in this lane. The correct answer is option A. The signal is about to change to a red X. Explanation. Lane control signals are used when the direction of the flow of traffic in a specific lane changes throughout the day. They are used to show which lanes of traffic are open and closed, as well as to show if toll booths are opened or closed. When a lane control signal contains a steady yellow X, drivers should clear the indicated lane because the signal is about to change to a red X. Question 27. Pentagonal signs indicate Option A. No passing zones. Option B. School zones. Option C. Speed limits. Option D. Railroad crossings. The correct answer is option B. School zones. Explanation. Pentagonal signs indicate that you are in a school zone. Be extra alert to children and pedestrians when driving near a school. Question 28. Alcohol enters the bloodstream and quickly reaches the brain. What is affected first? Option A. Judgment. Option B. Speech. Option C. Balance. Option D. Vision. The correct answer is option A. Judgment. Explanation. Alcohol begins to affect a person's judgment and decision-making abilities long before the legal blood alcohol limit is reached. Question 29. To reduce the effects of headlight flare at night, you should look. Option A. Straight ahead. Option B. Over your shoulder. Option C. At the center of the road. Option D. To the right edge of the road. The correct answer is option D. To the right edge of the road. Explanation. If oncoming drivers do not dim their headlights for you, keep your eyes on the right side of the road ahead. Do not look directly at the oncoming headlights because the glare may blind you for several seconds. Question 30. An octagonal sign is always a Option A. Speed limit sign. Option B. Stop sign. Option C. Hospital sign. Option D. Railroad warning sign. The correct answer is option B. Stop sign. Explanation. Octagonal signs are always stop signs. Come to a complete stop when approaching a red 8-sided sign. Question 31. To prevent a rollover, a driver should Option A. Keep cargo low. Option B. Place cargo high. Option C. Keep cargo loose. Option D. Turn quickly. The correct answer is option A. Keep cargo low. Explanation. Rollovers can happen when a combination vehicle is turned too quickly. To help prevent the risk of rollover, it is important to keep the vehicle's center of gravity low by loading cargo as close to the ground as possible. Question 32. Crosswalks are Option A. Always indicated by horizontal pavement markings. Option B. Always indicated by vertical pavement markings. Option C. Always unmarked. Option D. Either indicated by pavement markings or are not marked at all. The correct answer is option C. Always unmarked. Explanation. Crosswalks exist whether the boundaries are marked or unmarked. You must stop behind a crosswalk to allow pedestrians to cross. Question 33. If another driver is following you too closely, you should do all of the following, except Option A. Avoid quick changes. Option B. Increase the distance between you and the vehicle in front of you. Option C. Speed up. Option D. Avoid relying on tricks to help others pass. The correct answer is option D. Avoid relying on tricks to help others pass. Explanation. If you are being followed too closely, you should increase your following distance, avoid making quick moves, and avoid relying on tricks such as flashing your lights to help other drivers pass. Speeding up may only increase the danger by causing the tailgater to continue tailgating you at a higher speed. Question 34. What does this hand signal mean? Option A, slow or stop. Option B, left turn. Option C, right turn. Option D, backing up. The correct answer is option A, slow or stop. Explanation. Instead of or in addition to mechanical turn signals, operators may use hand signals to indicate turns or stops. If an operator's left arm is bent at the elbow and pointing downward, it means the operator plans to slow down or stop. Question 35. The nose zone is option A, a term used to describe blind spots around a truck or bus. Option B, a special speed zone. Option C, a roadway with restrictions on vehicle stereo volume. Option D, the television show that replaced the Twilight Zone. The correct answer is option A, a term used to describe blind spots around a truck or bus. Explanation. A truck or bus has blind spots on each side, in the rear, and in the front. An automobile cannot be seen in these blind spots. These blind spots are referred to as the no zone. Question 36. If a trailer begins to skid, the driver should option A, lock the brakes. Option B, release the brakes. Option C, steer in the opposite direction. Option D, accelerate. The correct answer is option B, release the brakes. Explanation. If your trailer starts to skid while you are braking, you should release the brakes and allow them to begin to regain traction. Once its wheels have regained their grip on the road, the trailer will begin to straighten out and follow the tractor. Question 37. When checking the engine compartment, you should check all of the following except option A, the engine oil level. Option B, the coolant level in the radiator. Option C, the windshield washer fluid level. Option D, the fuel level. The correct answer is option C, the windshield washer fluid level. Explanation. When inspecting your vehicle's engine compartment, be sure to check the oil level, the radiator coolant level, and the condition of the hoses, the power steering fluid level and the condition of the hoses if applicable, the windshield washer fluid level, the battery connections, fluid level and tie downs, the automatic transmission fluid level, and the condition and tightness of the belts. Additionally, check for any leaks in the engine compartment and cracked or worn electrical wiring insulation. Question 38. If you need to slow down while turning, you should option A, apply the rear brake and lean farther into the turn. Option B, never apply the brakes. Option C, use caution and apply both brakes. Option D, apply the rear brake only. The correct answer is option C, use caution and apply both brakes. Explanation. If you must brake while turning, it is possible to use both brakes safely. Use great care when doing this. Question 39. Pull out the trailer air supply control to test. Option A, the parking brake. Option B, the trailer emergency brakes. Option C, the trailer service brakes. Option D, the landing gear. The correct answer is option B, the trailer emergency brakes. Explanation. Be sure to test the trailer emergency brakes before beginning a trip. After ensuring that the trailer rolls freely, you can test the emergency brakes by pulling out the trailer air supply control or placing it in the emergency position. Pull forward slightly with the tractor and make sure the trailer does not move. Question 40. What does a single dashed white line separating traffic mean? Option A, drivers may pass, even if it could be dangerous. Option B, lanes move in opposite directions. Option C, drivers may not pass. Option D, drivers may pass if it is safe to do so. The correct answer is option D, drivers may pass if it is safe to do so. Explanation. White lines separate lanes of traffic that are moving in the same direction. Dashed white lines may be crossed to pass or change lanes, if it is safe to do so. Question 41. When you need to brake, how can you warn drivers behind you? Option A, tap on the brakes a couple of times. Option B, stick your arm out the window. Option C, swerve within your lane. Option D, change lanes. The correct answer is option A, tap on the brakes a couple of times. Explanation. To warn drivers behind you that you are about to slow down, it may be a good idea to first slightly tap your brake pedal a few times to make the brake lights flash. Question 42. If your tractor is equipped with ABS but your trailer is not, the ABS. Option A will not be effective. Option B will still improve your steering control. Option C will make jackknifing easier. Option D will allow others to see when you brake. The correct answer is option B. Will still improve your steering control. Explanation. In a tractor-trailer combination, if the tractor is equipped with an anti-lock braking system ABS but the trailer is not, the ABS will still improve the driver's steering control. The driver should keep an eye on the trailer and let up on the brakes if the trailer begins to swing out. Question 43. Unless otherwise posted, the speed limit is blank on streets and highways. Option A, 70 miles per hour. Option B, 55 miles per hour. Option C, 45 miles per hour. Option D, 30 miles per hour. The correct answer is option B, 55 miles per hour. Explanation. Unless otherwise posted, the speed limit on streets and highways is 55 miles per hour. If a posted sign indicates otherwise, follow the speed limit on the posted sign. Question 44. Which type of vehicle is most prone to the crack the whip effect? Option A, a 5-axle tractor semi-trailer. Option B, a 3-axle tractor semi-trailer. Option C, a bobtail tractor. Option D, a triple trailer. The correct answer is option D, a triple trailer. Explanation. Triple combination trailers are most vulnerable to the crack the whip effect. Question 45. The top type of vehicular crash involving 16-year-old drivers in Pennsylvania is option A, single vehicle / run off the road. Option B, being sideswiped on an interstate. Option C, driving in reverse on a side street. Option D, driving on the shoulder of a highway. The correct answer is option A, single vehicle / run off the road. Explanation. The most frequent crash type in which 16-year-old drivers in Pennsylvania are involved is a single vehicle, run off the road crash. From 2009 to 2011, there were 2,293 crashes and 45 people killed. Question 46. Escape ramps are option A, ramps to exit the interstate quickly. Option B, ramps connecting 4-lane highways and 2-lane highways. Option C, ramps that can be used by stock runaway vehicles on steep downhills. Option D, ramps that cannot be used by automobiles. The correct answer is option C, ramps that can be used by stop runaway vehicles on steep downhills. Explanation. Escape ramps are constructed in areas with steep downgrades to allow a means of safely stopping runaway vehicles. They consist of a long bit of loose, soft material and sometimes an uphill slope. Question 47. Small amounts of a hazardous material may be transported on a bus if option A, the driver gets paid extra. Option B, there is no other way to transport the material. Option C, the passengers are notified in advance. Option D, there is no inclement weather in the forecast. The correct answer is option B. There is no other way to transport the material. Explanation. Small amounts of hazardous materials may be carried on a bus if there is no other way to transport them. However, there are certain categories of materials that may not be carried on a bus in any quantity. Question 48. How do you check your blind spots? Option A, by looking in your side mirrors. Option B, by turning your head and looking over your shoulders. Option C, by looking in your rearview mirror. Option D, by staring straight ahead. The correct answer is option B, by turning your head and looking over your shoulders. Explanation. Blind spots are areas around your vehicle that you cannot see with your mirrors. Check your blind spots by turning your head and looking over your shoulder. Question 49. The most common type of foundation brake used is the option A, S-cam drum brake. Option B, C-cam drum brake. Option C, G-cam disc brake. Option D, P-cam disc brake. The correct answer is option A, S-cam drum brake. Explanation. The most common type of foundation brake is an S-cam drum brake. Question 50. When faced with an oncoming car to the left and a bicyclist to the right, you should option A, pull onto the shoulder. Option B, split the difference. Option C, let the car pass and then pass the bike. Option D, pass the bike quickly. The correct answer is option C, let the car pass and then pass the bike. Explanation. When there is more than one potential hazard on the road, you should ensure that you only have to deal with one of them at a time. For example, when there is a bicyclist on the right that you want to pass and an oncoming car to the left, you should not try to squeeze between both at the same time. Instead, let the oncoming car pass and then pass the bicyclist. Question 51. In the hazardous materials table, column 2 lists option A, the names of materials. Option B, where materials originate. Option C, special provisions for materials. Option D, materials manufacturers. The correct answer is option A. The names of materials. Explanation. Column 2 of the hazardous materials table lists the proper shipping names and descriptions of regulated materials. Question 52. Unless a sign prohibits it, you may turn right on a red light if you. Option A, stop and turn from the lane farthest to the right. Option B, yield to pedestrians before turning. Option C, use your turn signal. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, yield to pedestrians before turning. Explanation. You may turn right during a red light if no signs prohibit it. When turning on red, come to a complete stop, activate your turn signal, yield to all traffic and pedestrians, and then proceed safely. Any turn should be made from the lane closest to the direction of the turn. Question 53. Round signs indicate. Option A, no passing zones. Option B, school zones. Option C, upcoming railroad crossings. Option D, hospitals. The correct answer is option C, upcoming railroad crossings. Explanation. Round signs warn drivers of an upcoming railroad crossing area. Drivers should use extra caution when approaching a railroad crossing. Question 54. On two-lane, two-way streets or highways, you should start left turns. Option A, close to the center line. Option B, close to the outside line. Option C, in the right lane. Option D, from any lane. The correct answer is option A, close to the center line. Explanation. On two-lane, two-way streets or highways, you should make left turns from as close to the center line as possible. Question 55. When using roundabouts or traffic circles, you should. Option A, slow down as you approach the circle. Option B, yield to any traffic, pedestrians, or bicyclists already in the circle. Option C, enter to the right, but steer left in a counterclockwise direction. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B. Yield to any traffic, pedestrians, or bicyclists already in the circle. Explanation. You should slow down as you approach a roundabout and yield to any vehicles, bicycles, or pedestrians already in the circle. Enter the circle to your right, but steer to your left so that you move around the circle in a counterclockwise direction. Question 56. From top to bottom, the following is the proper order for traffic lights. Option A, red, yellow, green. Option B, red, green, yellow. Option C, green, red, yellow. Option D, green, yellow, red. The correct answer is option A, red, yellow, green. Explanation. On a traffic signal arranged vertically, red is always on top and green on the bottom. When arranged horizontally, red is always on the left and green on the right. Question 57. What does a single dashed yellow line separating traffic mean? Option A, drivers may pass if it is safe to do so. Option B, both lanes travel in the same direction. Option C, drivers may not pass. Option D, drivers may pass even if it could be dangerous. The correct answer is option C, drivers may not pass. Explanation. Yellow lines separate traffic moving in opposite directions. A single dashed yellow line in the center of a road indicates that vehicles traveling in both directions are permitted to pass. Drivers may only begin a pass if they will not interfere with any oncoming traffic. Question 58. At an uncontrolled intersection, you must. Option A, take the right-of-way cautiously. Option B, wait for other drivers to signal for you to go. Option C, slow down and yield to any vehicle already in the intersection and to the drivers who arrived before you. Option D, speed up and clear the intersection quickly. The correct answer is option C, slow down and yield to any vehicle already in the intersection and to the drivers who arrived before you. Explanation. At an intersection where there is no stop sign, yield sign, or traffic signal, drivers must yield to vehicles in the intersection and to those which arrived first. Question 59. When checking your tires during a pre-trip inspection, you should look for all of the following, except Option A, improper air pressure. Option B, cuts. Option C, valve stems without caps. Option D, mismatched tire sizes. The correct answer is option D, mismatched tire sizes. Explanation. When inspecting your tires for problems, you should check for air pressure that is too low or too high, cuts or other damage on the tires, and mismatched tire sizes. Question 60. If pedestrian hybrid beacon signal lights are black, it means Option A, drivers may proceed with caution. Option B, drivers should slow down and prepare to stop. Option C, drivers should come to a complete stop. Option D, there are no pedestrians nearby. The correct answer is option A. Drivers may proceed with caution. Explanation. Pedestrian hybrid beacons are used at pedestrian crossings. If the lights on the signal turn black, drivers should proceed past the crosswalk with caution. Question 61. Which of the following is not a type of retarder? Option A, exhaust. Option B, engine. Option C, air. Option D, electric. The correct answer is option D, electric. Explanation. Retarders are mechanisms in some vehicles that help slow a vehicle and reduce the need for braking. The four basic types of retarders are exhaust, engine, hydraulic, and electric. Question 62. The consumption of alcohol while taking drugs can. Option A, decrease the effects of the drugs and alcohol. Option B, increase the effects of both the drugs and alcohol. Option C, help cure your illness. Option D, improve your driving ability. The correct answer is option B. Increase the effects of both the drugs and alcohol. Explanation. The combination of alcohol and drugs in some cases can increase the effects of both the drugs and alcohol. It can be unsafe to drive after consuming either alcohol or drugs and is even more dangerous after combining them. Question 63. Do not pass. Option A, on a hill or curve. Option B, when school bus lights are flashing. Option C, when approaching an intersection. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, when school bus lights are flashing. Explanation. You should never pass if there is an oncoming vehicle in the passing lane if your view is blocked by a curve or hill at an intersection, before or on a railroad crossing or bridge, or in any other no passing zone. Unless you are on the opposite side of a multi-lane roadway with a median or shared center turn lane, you may not pass a stopped school bus that has its flashing red lights activated. Question 64. Regarding winter driving, all of the following are true, except Option A, front tires should have a tread depth of at least 4/32 an inch. Option B, tires should be slightly deflated. Option C, rear tires should have a tread depth of at least 2/32 an inch. Option D, use a gauge to verify that each tire has a safe tread depth. The correct answer is option A. Front tires should have a tread depth of at least 4/32 an inch. Explanation. When driving during the winter, it is particularly important that your tires have adequate tread. You need a tread depth of at least 4/32 of an inch in every major groove on the front tires, and at least 2/32 of an inch on the back tires. Check the tread depths by using a gauge. Question 65. Regulatory signs are usually blank and should always be obeyed. Option A, blue. Option B, white. Option C, red. Option D, orange. The correct answer is option B, white. Explanation. Regulatory signs regulate the movement of traffic. They are usually white with black markings, are often rectangular, and must always be obeyed by motorists. Question 66. A driver entering public traffic from a driveway or private road. Option A has the right of way. Option B should yield to drivers already on the public road. Option C may force their way into traffic. Option D can assume that other drivers will change lanes to make room. The correct answer is option B, should yield to drivers already on the public road. Explanation. If you are entering traffic from a driveway or private road, you should yield to drivers already on the public road. Merge safely into traffic when you are able to do so. Question 67. About blank of all traffic fatalities involve alcohol. Option A, 60%. Option B, 38%. Option C, 24%. Option D, 10%. The correct answer is option B, 38%. Explanation. Drinking and driving is both illegal and dangerous. About 38% of all traffic fatalities involve alcohol. Question 68. The posted speed limit shows. Option A, only a recommended driving speed. Option B, the exact speed at which you must travel to avoid a ticket. Option C, the maximum safe driving speed under ideal road and weather conditions. Option D, the maximum safe driving speed under all road conditions. The correct answer is option C, the maximum safe driving speed under ideal road and weather conditions. Explanation. A speed limit sign shows the maximum legal driving speed for the stretch of highway where it is posted. Driving safely may require you to travel more slowly than the posted limit. When conditions are less than ideal, drivers should slow down. Question 69. After an emergency vehicle passes you with its siren on, you must. Option A. Drive closely behind the emergency vehicle. Option B. Drive as quickly as the emergency vehicle. Option C. Avoid driving closer than 500 feet behind the emergency vehicle. Option D. Drive very slowly near the curb. The correct answer is option C. Avoid driving closer than 500 feet behind the emergency vehicle. Explanation. When you resume driving again after being passed by an emergency vehicle, you must remain at least 500 feet behind it. Question 70. When asked to complete a driver's side parallel parking maneuver, you should. Option A. Pass the parking space while backing, then pull forward into it. Option B. Pull forward past the parking space, then back into it. Option C. Pull forward into the parking space without passing it first. Option D. Back into the parking space without passing it first. The correct answer is option B. Pull forward past the parking space, then back into it. Explanation. You may be asked to complete a parallel parking maneuver into a parking space that is to the left of your vehicle. You should drive past the parking space before backing into it while bringing the rear of your vehicle as close to the rear of the space as possible. Your vehicle should be completely within the boundaries of the space. Question 71. When driving through a work zone, you should. Option A. Slow down. Option B. Speed up. Option C. Use a cell phone. Option D. Steer with one hand to keep the other hand free. The correct answer is option A. Slow down. Explanation. In work zones, you should observe posted speed limits. Slow down if road or weather conditions are poor, and slow down even further if workers are near the roadway. Question 72. How should drivers use a shared center lane when traveling on a multi-lane roadway with traffic moving in opposite directions? Option A. To pass other vehicles. Option B. To slow down or stop before turning left. Option C. As an additional travel lane when traffic is moving slowly. Option D is a parking lane. The correct answer is option B. To slow down or stop before turning left. Explanation. A driver may enter a shared center lane at a point on the roadway where their vehicle will have time to slow down or stop in order to make a safe left turn maneuver. A center turn lane is not a travel lane and may not be used for passing. Question 73. By law, your vehicle's headlights must be turned on from Option A, 1 hour after sunset until 1 hour before sunrise. Option B, 1 hour before sunset until 1 hour after sunrise. Option C, 30 minutes after sunset until 30 minutes before sunrise. Option D, 30 minutes before sunset until 30 minutes after sunrise. The correct answer is option A, 1 hour after sunset until 1 hour before sunrise. Explanation. By law, your vehicle's headlights must be turned on from a half hour after sunset until a half hour before sunrise. Question 74. A slow-moving vehicle emblem is required to be displayed on all vehicles that are designed to operate at a speed of blank or lower. Option A, 25 miles per hour. Option B, 35 miles per hour. Option C, 50 miles per hour. Option D, 70 miles per hour. The correct answer is option A, 25 miles per hour. Explanation. Slow-moving vehicles are required to display slow-moving vehicle emblems. A vehicle is considered to be slow-moving if it is built to drive at speeds of 25 miles per hour or slower. Question 75. What causes the crack-the-whip effect? Option A, rearward amplification. Option B, bad tires. Option C, empty trailers. Option D, good driving. The correct answer is option A, rearward amplification. Explanation. Vehicles with trailers are vulnerable to rollover due to the crack-the-whip effect, which is caused by rearward amplification. Rearward amplification varies from vehicle to vehicle, so it is important that drivers are aware of the rearward amplification of their specific vehicles. Question 76. When driving in traffic, it is safest to Option A, fluctuate your speed to keep alert. Option B, drive faster than the flow of traffic. Option C, drive slower than the flow of traffic. Option D, drive with the flow of traffic. The correct answer is option D, drive with the flow of traffic. Explanation. Crashes often happen when some drivers go faster or slower than other vehicles on the road. Always try to drive with the flow of traffic within the posted speed limit. Question 77. Defensive driving is Option A, driving aggressively. Option B, using safe driving strategies to prevent crashes. Option C, more dangerous than not driving defensively. Option D, a bad idea. The correct answer is option B, using safe driving strategies to prevent crashes. Explanation: defensive driving is using safe driving strategies to prevent crashes. This means that you alter your driving to fit the weather conditions, the way you feel, and the actions of other drivers, bicyclists, and pedestrians. Question 78. What is another name for the service line? Option A, control line. Option B, exchange line. Option C, surplus line. Option D, parallel line. The correct answer is option A, control line. Explanation: the service line, also called the control line or signal line, carries air to the trailer brakes and is controlled by the foot brake or trailer handbrake. Question 79. When approaching a traffic signal displaying a flashing yellow arrow, drivers: option A, should merge into a lane in the direction of the arrow. Option B, should come to a complete stop. Option C, may turn left after yielding to oncoming traffic and pedestrians. Option D, have the right of way and may expect oncoming traffic to stop for them. The correct answer is option C, may turn left after yielding to oncoming traffic and pedestrians. Explanation: a flashing yellow arrow indicates that left turns are allowed in the direction of the arrow. However, the oncoming traffic has a green light and you must yield to oncoming traffic and pedestrians. Question 80. If another driver cuts you off in traffic, you should: option A, pull next to the driver and yell at them. Option B, let it go. Option C, flash your high beams at the driver. Option D, get back at the other driver by cutting them off. The correct answer is option B, let it go. Explanation: to avoid the dangers of road rage, you should never take it personally if another driver cuts you off in traffic. Just let it go and continue driving safely. Question 81. A vehicle stopped at a green light may indicate that the driver: option A, is impaired. Option B, is colorblind. Option C, does not know the rules of the road. Option D, is very patient. The correct answer is option A, is impaired. Explanation: it is important to observe other drivers' actions and identify clues that a person could be driving impaired. Drivers who have had too much to drink, are sleepy, are on drugs, or are ill can present hazards to other drivers. One sign that a driver may be impaired is that they stop in inappropriate places, such as at green traffic lights. Question 82. If you experience a tire blowout, option A, take your foot off the gas. Option B, do not immediately use your brakes. Option C, gradually slow down and pull off the side of the road. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, do not immediately use your brakes. Explanation: if you experience a tire blowout, take your foot off the gas pedal and do not immediately apply the brakes. Gradually slow down before gently applying the brakes and pulling off the side of the road. Question 83. What is the only way to sober up after drinking? Option A, take a cold shower. Option B, exercise. Option C, wait. Option D, drink coffee. The correct answer is option A, take a cold shower. Explanation: the liver removes alcohol from the body at a fixed rate that cannot be increased through tricks like drinking coffee or taking a cold shower. The only way to sober up after drinking is to wait for the alcohol to be removed from your system. Question 84. Which vehicles must stop at all railroad crossings? Option A, pickup trucks. Option B, school buses and occupied passenger buses. Option C, motorcycles. Option D, vehicles towing a trailer. The correct answer is option B, school buses and occupied passenger buses. Explanation: school buses with or without passengers, transit buses with passengers on board, and vehicles carrying explosives or flammable cargo must stop at all railroad crossings. Question 85. What is gross vehicle weight GVW? Option A, the total weight of a vehicle and its load. Option B, the total weight of a vehicle's tractor. Option C, the total weight of a loaded trailer. Option D, the weight of a tractor and trailer before adding in the load. The correct answer is option A, the total weight of a vehicle and its load. Explanation: gross vehicle weight GVW is defined as the total weight of a single vehicle in addition to its load. Question 86. A Class 7 hazardous material is: option A, explosive. Option B, flammable. Option C, radioactive. Option D, corrosive. The correct answer is option C, radioactive. Explanation. Radioactive materials are categorized as Class 7 hazardous materials. Question 87. When driving to an unfamiliar area, you Option A should depend on road signs to find your way. Option B should plan your trip in advance. Option C only have to know generally where your destination is. Option D should always choose the most direct route. The correct answer is option B, should plan your trip in advance. Explanation. When driving to an unfamiliar area, plan your trip in advance. Don't start with only a hazy idea of where you are going. If your destination is in an unfamiliar area, check the location on a map before you start to drive. Question 88. What is the only way to reduce your blood alcohol concentration BAC? Option A, drink coffee. Option B, allow your body time to get rid of the alcohol. Option C, exercise. Option D, eat a large meal. The correct answer is option C, exercise. Explanation. The only method that effectively reduces your BAC is not drinking alcohol for a period of time. Coffee, exercise, and cold showers cannot reduce your BAC or change the effects of alcohol. They can help you remain awake, but they cannot change your BAC or make you sober. Question 89. When loading a trailer, weight should be Option A, placed as high as possible. Option B, placed as low as possible. Option C, placed only on the left side if possible. Option D, placed only on the right side if possible. The correct answer is option A, placed as high as possible. Explanation. Weight of cargo should be loaded into a trailer as low as possible. If the weight of cargo is positioned too high in a trailer, it will put the vehicle at risk of tipping over. Question 90. When driving through a curve during the skills test, you should Option A, veer from your lane if needed to complete the curve. Option B, reduce your speed after entering the curve. Option C, refrain from looking for other vehicles while turning. Option D, reduce your speed before entering the curve. The correct answer is option B, reduce your speed after entering the curve. Explanation. When approaching a curve during the on-road driving skills test, you must reduce your speed sufficiently before entering the curve so that you do not need to further brake or shift in the curve. Keep the vehicle in its lane and continue to check for traffic in all directions. Question 91. You may use a shared center turn lane. Option A, as a travel lane to pass other vehicles. Option B, to make a left turn onto another street, road, or driveway. Option C, to make a right turn onto another street, road, or highway. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, as a travel lane to pass other vehicles. Explanation. Drivers may use a shared center turn lane only for the purpose of making a left turn onto or from a roadway. A center turn lane is not a travel lane and may not be used for passing. Question 92. You should never park a vehicle. Option A, within 50 feet of a railroad crossing. Option B, within 20 feet of a crosswalk. Option C, within 30 feet of any flashing signal located on the side of a roadway. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, within 50 feet of a railroad crossing. Explanation. Locations where it is prohibited to park include within 50 feet of a railroad crossing, within 20 feet of a crosswalk at an intersection, and within 30 feet of a signal light, stop sign, or flashing beacon on the side of the roadway. Question 93. Don't follow other cars too closely because Option A, you may not see the road between the cars. Option B, you may not have time to stop if the vehicle in front of you slows or stops suddenly. Option C, you may not see the vehicle's turn signals. Option D, you may not see the other vehicle's brake lights. The correct answer is option B. You may not have time to stop if the vehicle in front of you slows or stops suddenly. Explanation. If you follow too closely, and the vehicle in front of you slows or stops suddenly, you may not have enough time to avoid a collision. Question 94. On slippery roads, you should Option A, slow down. Option B, drive more quickly. Option C, drive the speed limit with caution. Option D, not drive more quickly than 20 miles per hour. The correct answer is option A, slow down. Explanation. You should slow down at the first sign of rain, snow, or sleet, all of which can create slippery road conditions. When conditions on the road are less than ideal, safety may require that you drive more slowly than the posted speed limit. Question 95. Under ideal driving conditions, a driver should maintain a minimum following distance of Option A, 1 second. Option B, 2 seconds. Option C, 3 seconds. Option D, 10 seconds. The correct answer is option C, 3 seconds. Explanation. To help you maintain a safe following distance, you should follow the 3-second plus rule. If the vehicle in front of you passes an object 3 seconds before your vehicle reaches the same object, you are likely driving with a safe following distance. Extend your following distance anytime conditions are less than ideal. Question 96. Making eye contact with a driver at an intersection. Option A is a sure sign that the driver will properly yield. Option B is important if the driver is pulling out from a side street. Option C does not mean that the driver sees you. Option D confuses the driver. The correct answer is option A, is a sure sign that the driver will properly yield. Explanation. Never count on eye contact as a sign that a driver will yield. Too often, a driver looks right at a motorcyclist and still fails to see them. If a car can enter your path, assume that it will. Question 97. It is important to frequently check the traffic behind you when Option A, changing lanes. Option B, driving down steep hills. Option C, slowing down. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, changing lanes. Explanation. Check the traffic behind your vehicle no less than once every 10 seconds. It is important to know what surrounding traffic is doing while you are changing lanes, backing up, slowing down, or driving down steep hills. Question 98. When entering a street from a driveway, you Option A must drive slowly to allow approaching vehicles and pedestrians time to get out of your way. Option B must honk your horn so approaching vehicles and pedestrians know to give you room. Option C must stop and proceed only when there are no pedestrians or vehicles approaching. Option D can disregard any pedestrians if there is no sidewalk. The correct answer is option C, must stop and proceed only when there are no pedestrians or vehicles approaching. Explanation. Always stop before entering the roadway from a driveway and yield to any approaching vehicles or crossing pedestrians. The stop should be made before crossing the sidewalk area. Failure to stop is unlawful. Question 99. If you are unable to get a good view of cross traffic when stopped at an intersection controlled by a stop sign, you should. Option A, wait 5 seconds, then proceed. Option B, sound your horn before proceeding. Option C, put down your windows, listen for traffic, and then proceed. Option D, pull forward slowly, check for traffic and pedestrians, and proceed when clear. The correct answer is option D. Pull forward slowly, check for traffic and pedestrians, and proceed when clear. Explanation. When stopped at a stop sign where you cannot see cross traffic, yield to any pedestrians and then carefully pull forward past the stop line until you can see clearly. Check for traffic and pedestrians. Go ahead when the intersection is clear. Question 100. To check your blind spot when changing lanes to the left, you should glance. Option A, over your right shoulder. Option B, at your side mirror. Option C, over your left shoulder. Option D, at your rear view mirror. The correct answer is option C, over your left shoulder. Explanation. To check your blind spot, glance over your shoulder in the direction that you want to move. Question 101. Crosswalks are Option A, always indicated by horizontal pavement markings. Option B, always indicated by vertical pavement markings. Option C, always unmarked. Option D, either indicated by pavement markings or are not marked at all. The correct answer is option C, always unmarked. Explanation. Crosswalks exist whether they are marked or unmarked. You must stop behind a crosswalk to allow any pedestrians to safely cross. Question 102. When merging onto a freeway, it is usually best to Option A, proceed slowly while waiting for an opening. Option B, accelerate to a speed that is faster than the speed of traffic. Option C, turn on your hazard lights until safely on the freeway. Option D, accelerate to the speed of freeway traffic. The correct answer is option D, accelerate to the speed of freeway traffic. Explanation. When entering a freeway, use the on-ramp to accelerate to the speed of freeway traffic so you can blend in smoothly and safely. Entering traffic must yield to traffic already on the freeway. Question 103. Which of the following statements is true? Option A, a sudden change in weather calls for a change in driving. Option B, you should slow down when driving in rain and fog. Option C, be particularly aware of vehicles coming up behind you in inclement weather. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B. You should slow down when driving in rain and fog. Explanation. If the weather changes suddenly, you will need to adjust your driving to adapt. Always slow down when driving in rainy or foggy conditions. Be especially aware of vehicles behind you that may be going too fast for conditions. Question 104. A speed limit is option A, the maximum or minimum legal speed you can travel on a road under dangerous conditions. Option B, the maximum or minimum legal speed you can travel on a road under ideal conditions. Option C, the suggested speed to travel on a road under ideal conditions. Option D, none of the above. The correct answer is option B, the maximum or minimum legal speed you can travel on a road under ideal conditions. Explanation. A speed limit is the maximum or minimum legal speed you can travel on a road under ideal conditions. You may drive more slowly than the posted speed, but it is illegal to drive any faster. You must drive more slowly where signs indicate a school zone or work zone speed limit. If conditions such as road construction or bad weather make the posted speed unsafe, drive under the speed limit. Question 105. When driving under normal conditions at speeds of 30 miles per hour or slower, keep a safe following distance by staying at least blank behind the vehicle in front of you. Option A, 1 second. Option B, 5 seconds. Option C, 6 seconds. Option D, 2 seconds. The correct answer is option B, 5 seconds. Explanation. To maintain a safe following distance, allow a gap of 2 to 4 seconds between you and the vehicle in front of you when driving at speeds of 30 miles per hour or below. Maintain a following distance of at least 4 seconds when driving under normal conditions at faster speeds. Question 106. Increase your following distance when option A, driving behind a large vehicle that blocks your vision. Option B, exiting an expressway. Option C, following a motorcycle. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, exiting an expressway. Explanation. You should increase your following distance when you are behind a large vehicle that blocks your vision, when driving in bad weather or heavy traffic, when exiting an expressway, when behind a motorcycle or bicycle, and if someone is tailgating you. Question 107. You are making a left turn from a two-way street onto a one-way street. When you have completed the turn, your car should be option A, in the right lane of the street. Option B, in the center of the street. Option C, in the left lane of the street. Option D, in the lane with the least traffic. The correct answer is option C, in the left lane of the street. Explanation. If you are turning left from a two-way street onto a one-way street, you should complete the turn into the lane closest to the lane you have just left. Question 108. If your vehicle begins to skid, you should option A, overcorrect. Option B, turn your steering wheel into traffic. Option C, turn your steering wheel in the direction of the skid. Option D, release the steering wheel. The correct answer is option C, turn your steering wheel in the direction of the skid. Explanation. If your vehicle begins to skid, remain calm. Steer in the direction of the skid. Question 109. Fueling with passengers on board. Option A is encouraged during long trips. Option B should only be done if absolutely necessary. Option C is not a concern as long as the passengers stay inside the bus. Option D should be done to show the passengers that there is enough fuel to get to the next stop. The correct answer is option C, is not a concern as long as the passengers stay inside the bus. Explanation. You should not refuel a bus while passengers are on board, unless it is absolutely necessary to do so. In particular, never refuel a bus carrying passengers while inside an enclosed building. Question 110. When a school bus is stopped on the road ahead to load or unload children, you must option A, come to a complete stop until all the children have left the bus. Option B, come to a complete stop until the red lights stop flashing and the stop arm is withdrawn. Option C, change lanes, ride slowly, and pass the bus cautiously. Option D, continue riding normally. The correct answer is option B. Come to a complete stop until the red lights stop flashing and the stop arm is withdrawn. Explanation. When a school bus is stopped on the road ahead with its lights flashing and its stop arm extended, you must come to a complete stop and wait to proceed until the lights have stopped flashing and the stop arm is withdrawn. You do not need to stop if the school bus is on the opposite side of a divided highway. Question 111. If your front wheel skids as a result of braking, you should option A, keep the front brake engaged. Option B, release the front brake immediately and reapply the brake smoothly. Option C, release the front brake and only use the rear brake. Option D, release both brakes and coast to a stop. The correct answer is option B. Release the front brake immediately and reapply the brake smoothly. Explanation: if your front wheel locks as a result of braking, you should release the front brake immediately and reapply the brake smoothly. Question 112. Compared to driving during the day, driving at night is: Option A, less dangerous. Option B, no more or less dangerous. Option C, more dangerous. Option D, easier on your eyes. The correct answer is option C, more dangerous. Explanation: driving at night is more dangerous than driving during the day for several reasons. It is harder to see in the dark. You may be temporarily blinded by the glare from other vehicles' lights, and there are likely to be more drivers on the road who are tired or under the influence. Question 113. To inspect slack adjusters on S-cam brakes, you need to: Option A, park on a hill and test the brakes. Option B, put on gloves and push in the slack adjusters. Option C, remove the drum and look inside. Option D, chock the wheels and disengage the parking brake. The correct answer is option B, put on gloves and push in the slack adjusters. Explanation: check each slack adjuster after parking on level ground, setting wheel chocks and disengaging the parking brake. Hold the slack adjusters to make sure they do not move more than about 1 inch from where the push rod is attached. If they move more than 1 inch, they may be out of adjustment and will need to be fixed. Question 114. Allow room for vehicles merging onto the freeway by: Option A, abruptly slowing down to allow them access. Option B, always driving in the far left lane. Option C, safely merging out of the right lane to allow them access. Option D, honking your horn to make them aware of your presence. The correct answer is option C, safely merging out of the right lane to allow them access. Explanation: most of the time, you should drive in the right or center lane of the freeway. However, when driving in the right lane while another vehicle is attempting to enter the freeway from a nearby ramp, safely merge into the next lane to allow them access. During rush hour, you should avoid driving the right lane to allow room for an increased number of drivers entering the freeway. Question 115. You may pass another vehicle on the right if it is waiting to: Option A, turn right. Option B, turn left. Option C, park at the curb. Option D, turn into a driveway on the right. The correct answer is option A, turn right. Explanation: while you generally may pass only on the left, there are certain conditions under which passing on the right is permitted. You should only pass on the right if you can do so safely, and you do not need to drive on or across the shoulder or edge line of the road. One situation where passing on the right is allowed is when the vehicle in front of you is making a left turn. Question 116. If your bus's anti-lock braking system ABS stops working: Option A, you will not have any working brakes. Option B, the brakes will react more slowly than usual. Option C, you will still have normal braking power. Option D, you should not brake. The correct answer is option C, you will still have normal braking power. Explanation: if its anti-lock braking system ABS is not working, a vehicle will still retain its normal braking power. The driver should continue to drive and brake in a normal fashion. Question 117. A small vehicle may begin to float in only blank of water. Option A, 1 foot. Option B, 2 inches. Option C, 6 inches. Option D, 2 feet. The correct answer is option C, 6 inches. Explanation: be careful to avoid driving through flooded areas. A small vehicle may begin to float in as little as 6 inches of standing water. Deeper water may cause a vehicle to be washed away. Question 118. Which of the following best ensures your safety and the safety of those around you when you are backing your vehicle? Option A, honk your horn right before shifting into reverse. Option B, check behind the vehicle before you get into the driver's seat. Option C, check your rearview mirrors to see what is behind you. Option D, turn up the car radio before backing up to get the attention of anyone who may be around you. The correct answer is option B, check behind the vehicle before you get into the driver's seat. Explanation: backing requires extra caution because it is difficult for drivers to see behind their vehicles. Before entering a vehicle to back up, walk to the back of the vehicle to check for children and small objects. Question 119. You come to an intersection with a flashing red light. You must: Option A, slow down and drive carefully through the intersection. Option B, turn either right or left since the road is blocked ahead. Option C, stop at the intersection and wait for a flashing green light. Option D, stop at the intersection, then proceed as traffic allows. The correct answer is option C. Stop at the intersection and wait for a flashing green light. Explanation. A flashing red light means that you must come to a full stop and then proceed when the way is clear. Question 120. To pass a slow-moving vehicle on a two-lane, two-way road, you must: Option A, not cross the center line. Option B, flash your lights at oncoming traffic. Option C, use the shoulder. Option D, use the lane that belongs to oncoming traffic. The correct answer is option D. Use the lane that belongs to oncoming traffic. Explanation. Passing on a two-lane, two-way road requires good judgment because you must use the lane belonging to oncoming traffic to complete your pass. Only pass if you may safely and legally do so. Question 121. To help prevent crashes, you should: Option A, communicate with other road users. Option B, ignore other drivers on the road. Option C, drive only on side streets and back roads. Option D, avoid driving during rush hour. The correct answer is option A. Communicate with other road users. Explanation. Crashes often happen because one driver does something that other road users are not expecting. You should communicate with other motorists, bicyclists, and pedestrians by doing things like signaling when slowing down, stopping, or changing direction. Use your emergency signals or horn when appropriate. Question 122. Fluorescent pink signs are: Option A, speed limit signs. Option B, incident management signs. Option C, school zone signs. Option D, mile markers. The correct answer is option B, incident management signs. Explanation. Fluorescent pink is used as the background color for incident management signs. These signs are temporarily placed and indicate a non-permanent issue, such as a road closure due to a crash. Drivers should react accordingly when coming across one of these signs. Question 123. Motorcycles are entitled to: Option A, the bicycle lane. Option B, the same full lane width as other motor vehicles. Option C, half the width of the lane. Option D, the width of the sidewalk. The correct answer is option B, the same full lane width as other motor vehicles. Explanation. Lane usage for the motorcyclist is critical. Motorcycles are entitled to the same full lane width as all other vehicles. Question 124. When traveling down a steep downgrade, option A, the air brakes should be used. Option B, shift into a lower gear, then use brakes to supplement the braking effect of the engine. Option C, the vehicle should be continually downshifted in the place of using the brakes. Option D, the vehicle should be driven on the shoulder. The correct answer is option B. Shift into a lower gear, then use brakes to supplement the braking effect of the engine. Explanation. On a downgrade, the braking effect of the engine should be your primary method of controlling speed. Shift down to a lower gear before starting down the hill and save the brakes for additional slowing or stopping that may be required by road or traffic conditions. Question 125. When two vehicles arrive to an intersection at the same time, which one has the right of way when no signs or signals indicate rules? Option A, the car approaching from the right has the right of way. Option B, the car approaching from the left has the right of way. Option C, the car in which the driver sounds his horn first has the right of way. Option D, the car that is traveling the fastest has the right of way. The correct answer is option A. The car approaching from the right has the right of way. Explanation. At an intersection of two similar roads without a traffic control device, a driver must yield to a vehicle approaching from the right. Question 126. You must stop at an intersection when you see a: Option A, flashing red light. Option B, steady yellow light. Option C, yellow arrow. Option D, flashing yellow light. The correct answer is option A, flashing red light. Explanation. A flashing red traffic signal has the same meaning as a stop sign. At an intersection with a flashing red light, you must come to a complete stop, look both ways, and proceed only after the intersection is clear. Question 127. The risk of hydroplaning can be reduced by driving: Option A, through shallow water. Option B, more quickly. Option C, more slowly. Option D, through deep water. The correct answer is option C, more slowly. Explanation. Because hydroplaning is caused by driving too quickly in wet conditions, the risk of it happening can be reduced by driving more slowly. Question 128. To prevent hydroplaning, you should: Option A, ensure that your tires have good tread depth. Option B, ensure that your tires are properly inflated. Option C, reduce your speed when driving in the rain. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A. Ensure that your tires have good tread depth. Explanation: to prevent hydroplaning, you should ensure that the tires on your vehicle have good tread depth and are inflated to the proper pressure. Reduce the speed of your vehicle when driving in the rain. Hydroplaning occurs most frequently at higher speeds. Question 129. A telltale sign of a drunk driver is: Option A, they are weaving between lanes. Option B, they are driving more slowly than the normal traffic flow. Option C, they are making quick and sudden stops. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B. They are driving more slowly than the normal traffic flow. Explanation: telltale signs of drunk driving include speeding, weaving, driving more slowly than the normal traffic flow, making jerking motions, and making quick and sudden stops. Question 130. The percentage of highway deaths caused by drunken persons is about: Option A, 10%. Option B, 25%. Option C, 38%. Option D, 67%. The correct answer is option C, 38%. Explanation: about 38% of all traffic fatalities involve alcohol. Question 131. At an intersection with a stop sign, you should stop and: Option A, check your rearview mirror for cars tailgating. Option B, move when the vehicle ahead of you moves. Option C, look right first, then left, then right again. Option D, look left first, then right, then left again. The correct answer is option D. Look left first, then right, then left again. Explanation: when stopped at an intersection, you should first look to your left, as vehicles coming from the left are closer to you than vehicles coming from the right. Look to your right, then look to your left again, in case there are any vehicles coming from the direction that you did not see at first glance. Question 132. Which of the following is not a backing maneuver that you will be asked to perform during the basic control skills test? Option A, straight line backing. Option B, offset backslash right. Option C, offset backslash left. Option D, blind offset. The correct answer is option A, straight line backing. Explanation: backing maneuvers that may be included in the basic vehicle control skills test include straight line backing, offset backslash right, offset backslash left, driver side parallel parking, conventional parallel parking, and alley docking. Question 133. In general, when driving, you should drive: Option A, faster than the flow of traffic. Option B, on the right half of the road. Option C, slower than the flow of traffic. Option D, on the left half of the road. The correct answer is option B, on the right half of the road. Explanation: generally, when driving on a road with two lanes moving in the same direction, you should drive on the right half of the road. Use the left lane to overtake and pass another driver, to make a left turn, or if otherwise instructed to do so by an officer or traffic signal. Vehicles driving more slowly than the flow of traffic should stay in the rightmost lane. Question 134. In which situation is it illegal to pass another vehicle on the right? Option A, the vehicle you are overtaking is driving below the speed limit and you must use the shoulder of the road to pass. Option B, you are on a two-lane, one-way road and the vehicle you are overtaking is stalled. Option C, you are on a multi-lane highway and the vehicle you are overtaking is driving below the speed limit. Option D, you are on a two-lane, two-way road and the vehicle you are overtaking is turning left. The correct answer is option A. The vehicle you are overtaking is driving below the speed limit and you must use the shoulder of the road to pass. Explanation: under no circumstances may you leave the roadway to pass another vehicle. Only pass on the right where it is safe and legal to do so. Question 135. Your tire blows out while you are driving. You should: Option A, slam on your brakes. Option B, hold your steering wheel tightly and slow to a stop. Option C, keep driving normally. Option D, turn on your emergency flashers and continue driving. The correct answer is option A, slam on your brakes. Explanation: if you experience a tire blowout, do not immediately apply the brakes. Grip the steering wheel firmly and steer to remain in your traffic lane. Reduce your speed gradually by releasing the accelerator and staying off the brakes. Once you are moving very slowly, apply the brakes lightly and pull off the road into a safe area. Question 136. You may turn right on red. Option A, when there is a sign prohibiting turning right on red. Option B, before pedestrians have crossed any intersecting crosswalks. Option C, before coming to a complete stop. Option D, after coming to a complete stop and yielding to pedestrians and vehicles in the intersection. The correct answer is option A. When there is a sign prohibiting turning right on red. Explanation. If you are turning right, you may turn on a red light after coming to a full stop. You may only turn if it is safe to do so and if there is no sign prohibiting the turn on a red light. Be careful of pedestrians crossing in front of your vehicle. Question 137. A driver may park in a space reserved for people with disabilities if the vehicle displays the proper license plates. Option A, regardless of who is in the vehicle. Option B, and only if the driver is disabled. Option C, and is carrying the disabled person named on the registration. Option D, and someone in the driver's immediate family is disabled. The correct answer is option C, and is carrying the disabled person named on the registration. Explanation. To park in a space reserved for people with disabilities, the vehicle must be in operation to transport the disabled person named on the registration or permit. Question 138. When looking through a turn, you should. Option A, turn both your head and your shoulders to get a better look. Option B, turn just your head, not your shoulders. Option C, use only your mirrors. Option D, only move your eyes, not your head. The correct answer is option B. Turn just your head, not your shoulders. Explanation. When turning, look through the turn to where you want to go. Turn just your head, not your shoulders, and keep your eyes level with the horizon. Question 139. What is the maximum speed limit in residential and business areas where there are no posted speed limits? Option A, 15 miles per hour. Option B, 25 miles per hour. Option C, 35 miles per hour. Option D, 45 miles per hour. The correct answer is option B, 25 miles per hour. Explanation. Unless otherwise posted, the speed limit on residential and business streets is 25 miles per hour. Question 140. It is recommended that you take a curve by beginning on the outside of the curve, moving to the inside of the curve, and exiting on the outside of the curve. An alternate option is to Option A, start on the inside of the curve and drift toward the outside. Option B, start in the center of the curve and stay there until you exit. Option C, weave between all three lane positions while taking a curve. Option D, start on the inside of the curve and stay there until you exit. The correct answer is option A. Start on the inside of the curve and drift toward the outside. Explanation. If there is no traffic present, it is recommended that riders take a curve by beginning on the outside of the curve, moving to the inside of the curve, and exiting on the outside of the curve. An alternate option is to start the curve in the center of the lane and remain in the center throughout the curve. Be aware of changing road and traffic conditions and adjust as necessary. Question 141. At night, it is hardest to see. Option A, road signs. Option B, pedestrians. Option C, other motorists. Option D, street lights. The correct answer is option B, pedestrians. Explanation. Compared to signs and other roadside objects, pedestrians are hardest to see at night. Question 142. When your mirrors are properly adjusted, you should see. Option A, the lane behind you and the lane next to you. Option B, only behind your motorcycle. Option C, only next to your motorcycle. Option D, the front of your helmet. The correct answer is option A, the lane behind you and the lane next to you. Explanation. Adjust your mirror so you can see the lane behind you and as much as possible of the lane next to you. When properly adjusted, a mirror may show the edge of your arm or shoulder, but it's the road behind you and to the side of you that is most important. Question 143. If your front wheel begins to skid, you should. Option A, not be worried. Option B, continue to brake using the front wheel. Option C, immediately release the front brake and reapply it. Option D, immediately release the front brake and use only the rear brake. The correct answer is option C. Immediately release the front brake and reapply it. Explanation. A locked front wheel can cause be very dangerous. If your front wheel locks, release the front brake immediately and reapply it firmly. Question 144. When you are being passed, you should Option A, ride in the center portion of the lane. Option B, ride in the left portion of the lane. Option C, ride in the right portion of the lane. Option D, weave among the three portions of the lane as the vehicle passes. The correct answer is option A, ride in the center portion of the lane. Explanation. When being passed, it is generally a good idea to ride in the center portion of your lane. Being on the side nearest the passing vehicle increases your risk of a collision. Being on the side farthest from the passing vehicle may prompt the other driver to merge back into your lane before it is safe. Question 145. When dealing with pedestrians, a driver must: Option A, make sure the pedestrian is aware of their vehicle. Option B, always yield the right of way even if the pedestrian is in the wrong. Option C, yield the right of way only when the pedestrian is legally entitled to it. Option D, slow down and sound their horn near a crosswalk. The correct answer is option B. Always yield the right of way, even if the pedestrian is in the wrong. Explanation. You must do everything you can to prevent striking a pedestrian or another vehicle, regardless of the circumstances. It is the driver's basic responsibility to be alert to pedestrians and to yield the right of way to all pedestrians, even if the pedestrian is crossing the street where they should not be. Question 146. When parallel parking between two cars, you should first: Option A, turn your wheels to the left. Option B, turn your wheels to the right. Option C, pull up even with the car in front of your desired parking space. Option D, back slowly. The correct answer is option C, pull up even with the car in front of your desired parking space. Explanation. After finding a parking space, checking traffic, and signaling, you should stop parallel to the vehicle directly ahead of your desired parking space before turning your wheel to park. Question 147. To prepare for anything coming up on the road ahead, you should: Option A, steer straight ahead at all times. Option B, continually scan the entire road and all roadsides. Option C, consistently ride 10 miles per hour under the speed limit. Option D, maintain focus toward the middle of the road. The correct answer is option B. Continually scan the entire road and all roadsides. Explanation. Your ability to handle dangerous traffic situations depends largely on searching for and identifying problems before meeting them. Looking far ahead of your vehicle does not mean you should simply steer at the center of the road. You need to continually scan the entire road, including the sides of the road. Question 148. When approaching a curve in the road, you should reduce your speed. Option A, only if you feel like it. Option B, if you feel unsafe. Option C, before you enter the curve. Option D, once you are halfway through the curve. The correct answer is option C, before you enter the curve. Explanation. Always slow down near a curve or in any area where you cannot see clearly ahead. Reduce your speed before you enter a curve in the road so you do not have to brake in the curve. Braking in a curve can cause a skid. Question 149. Unless otherwise posted, the speed limit in residential districts is: Option A, 10 miles per hour. Option B, 25 miles per hour. Option C, 45 miles per hour. Option D, 65 miles per hour. The correct answer is option B, 25 miles per hour. Explanation. Unless otherwise posted, the speed limit in residential districts is 25 miles per hour. If a different speed limit is posted, you should follow that speed limit. Question 150. You may not park within blank of a crosswalk or intersection. Option A, 10 feet. Option B, 25 feet. Option C, 50 feet. Option D, 100 feet. The correct answer is option A, 10 feet. Explanation. There are many areas where a driver cannot park. You may not park within 10 feet of a crosswalk or intersection. Question 151. When approaching a railroad crossing, option A, you will likely be able to outdrive a train. Option B, you should not rely only on warning signals. Option C, you should roll a window down to listen for an approaching train. Option D, you should only worry about the track closest to your vehicle. The correct answer is option B. You should not rely only on warning signals. Explanation. You should never rely only on warning signals to alert you to an approaching train. Never try to race a train to a crossing. If there are multiple tracks at a crossing, be sure to check all tracks in both directions before starting to cross. Question 152. When driving a tractor-trailer equipped with ABS, you should: Option A, stop harder than you would otherwise. Option B, use extra braking force to ensure the ABS kicks in. Option C, brake as you normally would. Option D, brake using less pressure than you would otherwise use. The correct answer is option B. Use extra braking force to ensure the ABS kicks in. Explanation. When driving a tractor-trailer combination equipped with an anti-lock braking system ABS, you should brake in the same manner that you would in a vehicle without ABS. Question 153. Where should your hands ideally be positioned on the steering wheel? Option A, 3 and 9 o'clock. Option B, 1 and 11 o'clock. Option C, 2 and 10 o'clock. Option D, 4 and 8 o'clock. The correct answer is option 3 and 9 o'clock. Explanation. Both hands should be placed on the outside of the steering wheel at the 3 and 9 o'clock positions to maintain control of the vehicle. Placing your hands at the 2 and 10 o'clock positions is no longer recommended because it can be dangerous in a vehicle equipped with airbags. Question 154. When approaching a working snowplow, option A, react the same as you would to any other motor vehicle. Option B, assume they will allow you to have the right of way. Option C, yield the right of way and exercise caution. Option D, come to a complete stop until they are out of your line of sight. The correct answer is option C, yield the right of way and exercise caution. Explanation. Yield the right of way to snowplows engaged in work on the roads. Use extra caution in approaching, overtaking, or passing maintenance vehicles and snowplows. Because of their traveling speed and size, snowplows tend to create large clouds of blowing snow that conceal the plow, making it invisible. Question 155. When changing lanes on a multi-lane roadway, you should: Option A, honk your horn to let drivers behind you know you might not be able to see them. Option B, slow down to shrink your blind spot. Option C, look in your mirrors before staring straight ahead. Option D, none of these. The correct answer is option B, slow down to shrink your blind spot. Explanation. Before changing lanes on a multi-lane roadway, you should check your mirrors and blind spots. Check your blind spot by looking over your shoulder in the direction that you are moving. Question 156. When you are being tailgated, option A, move over to the right if there is an open lane to your right. Option B, if there is not an open lane to your right, wait until the way is clear ahead and reduce your speed slowly to encourage the tailgater to drive around you. Option C, never slow down abruptly. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C, never slow down abruptly. Explanation. If you are being tailgated by another driver and there is a right lane, move over to the right. If there is no right lane, wait until the road ahead is clear and then reduce your speed slowly. This will encourage the tailgater to drive around you. Never slow down abruptly as this will only increase the risk of your vehicle being hit from behind. Question 157. A work zone. Option A may be moving or stationary. Option B is marked with black and white signs. Option C does not require a driver to slow down and pay extra attention. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, is marked with black and white signs. Explanation. Work zones are often stationary, but they may also be present in the form of moving vehicles striping lines, mowing, or removing snow. Work zones are marked by orange signs with black lettering or symbols. Slow down and pay extra attention when approaching or driving through a work zone. Question 158. Under normal weather and traffic conditions, keep a minimum following distance of: Option A, 1 second. Option B, 2 seconds. Option C, 3 seconds. Option D, 4 seconds. The correct answer is option C, 3 seconds. Explanation. The more distance between your vehicle and others, the more time you have to react to the movements of surrounding vehicles. Keep a minimum following distance of 3 seconds under normal weather and traffic conditions. Increase your following distance anytime conditions are less than perfect. Question 159. What does a lane control signal with a green arrow above a reversible lane indicate? Option A, the signal is about to change to a red X. Option B, drivers should not drive in this lane. Option C, drivers may use this lane only to make a left turn. Option D, drivers may drive normally in this lane. The correct answer is option D. Drivers may drive normally in this lane. Explanation. Lane control signals are used when the direction of the flow of traffic in a specific lane changes throughout the day. They are used to show which lanes of traffic are open and closed, as well as to show if toll booths are open or closed. When a lane control signal contains a green arrow, drivers may drive normally in the indicated lane. Question 160. If your front tire goes flat while you are riding. Option A, apply the front brake. Option B, you will not be able to control the motorcycle. Option C, apply the rear brake and steer to the edge of the road. Option D, steer to the right and apply both brakes. The correct answer is option A. Apply the front brake. Explanation. If one of your tires goes flat while you are riding, ease off the throttle to slow down. If you must brake, gradually apply the brake of the tire that isn't flat if you are certain of which one that is. As you slow down, edge to the side of the road, squeeze the clutch and stop. Question 161. When carrying a passenger, you should: Option A, sit farther forward than you usually do. Option B, sit farther back than you usually do. Option C, sit in your usual comfortable position. Option D, sit anywhere. The correct answer is option A. Sit farther forward than you usually do. Explanation. When transporting a passenger, you should be sure that you have a seat that is large enough to carry two people without crowding. You should not sit any farther forward than you usually do. Question 162. If a road is wet, it will usually be most slippery. Option A, on the outer edges of the lanes. Option B, in the left wheel tracks. Option C, in the right wheel tracks. Option D, in the center portion of each lane. The correct answer is option D, in the center portion of each lane. Explanation. The center of a lane can be especially hazardous when wet. When it starts to rain, avoid this area by riding in the tire tracks left by cars. Question 163. You may cross double solid yellow lines. Option A, to pass a slow-moving truck. Option B, to turn into a driveway. Option C, to pass another car. Option D, under no conditions. The correct answer is option B, to turn into a driveway. Explanation. Double solid lines indicate that you may not pass or change lanes. You cannot cross the lines unless it is to turn left to enter or exit a highway, to turn into or from a driveway, or to make a U-turn where permitted. Question 164. If you have a tire blowout while driving, you should: Option A, hold the steering wheel tightly and brake lightly. Option B, step on the accelerator. Option C, turn quickly off the road. Option D, hit the brakes and stop as quickly as possible. The correct answer is option A. Hold the steering wheel tightly and brake lightly. Explanation. If a tire on your vehicle suddenly goes flat, hold the steering wheel tightly and keep the vehicle going straight. Slow down gradually by taking your foot off the accelerator and use the brakes lightly. Pull off of the road and steer to a safe location, if at all possible. Question 165. A driver can legally pass on the right side of another vehicle. Option A, if the vehicle is waiting to turn left and there is an available passing lane. Option B, even if it means driving off the pavement. Option C, on a narrow bridge. Option D, at any time. The correct answer is option A, if the vehicle is waiting to turn left and there is an available passing lane. Explanation. If there is an available passing lane, you may pass on the right of a vehicle or bicycle that is turning left or waiting to turn left. It is also legal to pass on the right when driving on a multi-lane road with two or more lanes traveling in the same direction. You may never drive off the pavement or main traveled portion of the road to pass another vehicle. Question 166. The sign with the shape and color is a blank sign. Option A, no passing zone. Option B, wrong way. Option C, railroad crossing. Option D, stop. The correct answer is option A, no passing zone. Explanation. Pennant-shaped warning signs like this are only used to indicate a no passing zone. Question 167. What does a lane use control signal with a flashing yellow X indicate? Option A, the signal is about to change to a red X. Option B, the signal is about to change to a green arrow. Option C, drivers may use this lane only to make a left turn. Option D, drivers may drive slowly in this lane. The correct answer is option C. Drivers may use this lane only to make a left turn. Explanation. Lane use control signals are used when the direction of the flow of traffic in a specific lane changes throughout the day. They are used to show which lanes of traffic are open and closed, as well as to show if toll booths are open or closed. When a lane control signal contains a flashing yellow X, drivers may only use that lane to complete a left turn. Question 168. Combining alcohol and drugs usually. Option A, multiplies the effects of only the alcohol. Option B, multiplies the effects of only the drugs. Option C, multiplies the effects of both the drugs and the alcohol. Option D, cancels out the effects of both the drugs and the alcohol. The correct answer is option C. Multiplies the effects of both the drugs and the alcohol. Explanation. Alcohol consumption can impact both legal and illegal controlled substances. Combining alcohol and drugs will often enhance the side effects of both substances, making it extremely dangerous for the consumer to drive. Question 169. When approaching a stop school bus with its red lights flashing and its stop arm extended, you must. Option A. Stop 5 feet away from the bus. Option B. Stop only if you see children are present. Option C. Stop and remain stopped until it appears safe to proceed. Option D. Stop and remain stopped until the red lights stop flashing and the stop arm has been withdrawn. The correct answer is option D. Stop and remain stopped until the red lights stop flashing and the stop arm has been withdrawn. Explanation. When a school bus stops with its lights flashing and its stop arm extended, you must stop at least 10 feet away from the bus. Remain stopped until the red lights stop flashing, the stop arm has been withdrawn, and the children have reached a safe place. This is the law whether you are approaching the bus from behind, approaching it from the opposite direction, or approaching it at an intersection at which the school bus is stopped. Question 170. If two drivers arrive at the same time to a four-way intersection controlled by stop signs. Option A. The driver on the right has the right of way. Option B. The driver on the left has the right of way. Option C. One driver may continue driving without stopping. Option D. One driver should honk to indicate that they are giving up the right of way. The correct answer is option A. The driver on the right has the right of way. Explanation. Yield the right of way to the driver on your right at a four-way intersection if you both arrive to the intersection at the same time. You may then proceed when it is safe to do so. Question 171. Parking lights should be used. Option A. Only during winter driving. Option B. Only when your vehicle is parked. Option C. When passing another vehicle. Option D. When driving during the day. The correct answer is option B. Only when your vehicle is parked. Explanation. Parking lights are only to be used when your vehicle is parked. Question 172. A no stopping sign means that, unless directed to do so by a police officer, you may stop only. Option A. Long enough to unload packages. Option B. To avoid conflict with other traffic. Option C. To discharge passengers. Option D. For less than 5 minutes. The correct answer is option B. To avoid conflict with other traffic. Explanation. A no stopping sign means you can only stop to obey a traffic signal, to obey a police officer, or to prevent a conflict with another vehicle. Question 173. In bad weather, increase your following distance to Option A. 4 seconds. Option B. 3 seconds. Option C. 2 seconds. Option D. 1 second. The correct answer is option A. 4 seconds. Explanation. The more distance between your vehicle and others, the more time you will have to react if another driver makes a mistake. Keep a minimum following distance of 4 seconds when driving under poor weather and traffic conditions. Question 174. For first conviction of driving under the influence of alcohol, you could Option A. Lose your license for up to 5 years. Option B. Be required to conduct a public education class on the dangers of drunk driving. Option C. Be required to drive with a restricted occupational license. Option D. Pay a fine of at least $300. The correct answer is option D. Pay a fine of at least $300. Explanation. Penalties for first offense of driving under the influence include a fine of between $300 and $5,000 depending on your blood alcohol concentration level. Question 175. Blocking is used to Option A. Prevent cargo from shifting in transit. Option B. Prevent cargo from being loaded too high. Option C. Prevent cargo from being unloaded too quickly. Option D. Prevent cargo from being unloaded easily. The correct answer is option A. Prevent cargo from shifting in transit. Explanation. Blocking and bracing are used to prevent cargo from sliding in transit. Question 176. You are waiting in the intersection to complete a left turn. You should Option A. Signal and keep your wheels turned to the left. Option B. Signal and keep your wheels straight. Option C. Flash your headlights so drivers will let you through. Option D. Drive around the rear of a car if it blocks you. The correct answer is option B. Signal and keep your wheels straight. Explanation. You must always signal before turning or changing lanes. You should keep your wheels straight while waiting to make a left turn. If another vehicle hits you from behind, this ensures that you will not be pushed into oncoming traffic. Question 177. Regulatory signs. Option A are placed in every location where there is a present danger. Option B indicate what a driver must or must not do. Option C are diamond-shaped in yellow or green. Option D may warn drivers that they are approaching a school zone. The correct answer is option B. Indicate what a driver must or must not do. Explanation. Regulatory signs are often rectangular and white with black markings and are used to indicate what things a driver must or must not do in a designated area. They may display speed limits, prohibit passing or turning, or clarify any other driving regulation. Question 178. Before passing another vehicle, you should: Option A, flash your headlights to alert the driver. Option B, turn on your four-way flashers to warn the driver. Option C, give the proper turn signal to show that you are changing lanes. Option D, sound your horn to get the driver's attention. The correct answer is option C. Give the proper turn signal to show that you are changing lanes. Explanation. Before passing, make sure the passing lane is clear and activate the proper turn signal to show you are going to change lanes. Signal early enough for other drivers to know your plans in advance. Question 179. Round signs indicate: Option A, no passing zones. Option B, school zones. Option C, hospitals. Option D, upcoming railroad crossings. The correct answer is option D, upcoming railroad crossings. Explanation. A round sign warns road users about an upcoming railroad crossing area. Riders should use extra caution when approaching a railroad crossing. Question 180. When making a right turn at an intersection with a solid red light, you should: Option A, activate your turn signal and immediately turn. Option B, wait and turn right only after the light changes to green. Option C, come to a complete stop, yield the right-of-way to pedestrians and oncoming traffic, and turn right after the lane is clear. Option D, activate your hazard lights and turn right. The correct answer is option C. Come to a complete stop, yield the right-of-way to pedestrians and oncoming traffic, and turn right after the lane is clear. Explanation. Unless posted signs prohibit a turn, you may turn right on a solid red light at an intersection that joins two two-way streets. You may turn either right or left on a solid red light at an intersection that joins two one-way streets. You must stop and yield to all pedestrians and oncoming traffic before making one of these turns. Question 181. Activate your turn signal at least blank before turning. Option A, 200 feet. Option B, 350 feet. Option C, 120 yards. Option D, 1 mile. The correct answer is option at 200 feet. Explanation. When changing lanes or preparing for a turn, you must signal your intention to do so at least 200 feet prior to beginning your lane change or turn. You must begin to signal at least 300 feet before the turn if operating a vehicle at speeds above 50 miles per hour. Question 182. Seat belts are most effective when they are worn by: Option A, the person driving the car. Option B, passengers when they are on a long drive. Option C, all occupants of a car being driven on an expressway. Option D, all occupants of a car every time the car is driven. The correct answer is option A, the person driving the car. Explanation. When you drive, make sure each person in your vehicle wears a seat belt. In the event of a crash, a person without a seat belt becomes a flying object and a danger to each person in the vehicle. Question 183. When driving in winter weather, drivers should allow for at least blank the normal stopping distance. Option A, 3 times. Option B, 2 times. Option C, 5 times. Option D, 10 times. The correct answer is option A, 3 times. Explanation. Snow and ice make roads very slippery. Hard-packed snow increases the danger of skidding. Allow for at least 3 times the normal stopping distance to slow down. Question 184. When making a right turn, you should not: Option A, signal to other drivers. Option B, swing too wide for your lane. Option C, slow down. Option D, move to the far right lane. The correct answer is option C, slow down. Explanation. You should slow down and activate your right turn signal before making a right turn. Be careful not to turn too wide for your lane, as this may interfere with other vehicles. Question 185. When approaching a railroad crossing while operating a school bus, you should generally Option A. Stop between 15 and 50 feet before the nearest rail. Option B. Stop 100 feet before the nearest rail. Option C. Stop 10 feet before the nearest rail. Option D. Continue across the tracks without stopping. The correct answer is option A. Stop between 15 and 50 feet before the nearest rail. Explanation. In general, school bus drivers should stop before any railroad crossings to check the tracks for approaching trains. Drivers should stop no closer than 15 feet and no farther than 50 feet from the nearest rail in order to have the best view of the tracks. They should look and listen for approaching trains before proceeding through the crossing. Question 186. A flashing yellow light at an intersection means that you should Option A. Slow down and proceed with care. Option B. Continue normally through the intersection. Option C. Stop and proceed when a green light appears. Option D. Stop and proceed when the way is clear. The correct answer is option A. Slow down and proceed with care. Explanation. A flashing yellow light at an intersection means caution. If you approach such a light, slow down, look, and proceed with care. Question 187. When you see an emergency vehicle with flashing lights, you must Option A. Slow down and keep moving in your lane. Option B. Keep driving in your lane. Option C. Pull to the right curb and stop. Option D. Stop exactly where you are. The correct answer is option C. Pull to the right curb and stop. Explanation. When you see an emergency vehicle using its lights or hear it using its siren, you must immediately pull over to the curb or side of the road and stop. Question 188. You may turn left on a red light if Option A. There is no traffic coming from the opposite direction. Option B. You are turning from a two-way street onto a one-way street. Option C. You are turning from a one-way street onto another one-way street. Option D. The car in front of you turns left. The correct answer is option B. You are turning from a two-way street onto a one-way street. Explanation. You may turn left after stopping at a red light if you are in the left lane of a one-way street and are turning onto another one-way street unless a posted sign prohibits it. You must first stop and yield to pedestrians and other traffic. Question 189. When sharing the road with a truck, it is important to remember that trucks generally Option A. Require longer distances to stop than smaller vehicles do. Option B. Require less time to pass on a downgrade than smaller vehicles do. Option C. Require smaller turning radius than smaller vehicles do. Option D. Require less time to pass on an incline than smaller vehicles do. The correct answer is option A. Require longer distances to stop than smaller vehicles do. Explanation. Because of their size, trucks need longer distances to stop than smaller vehicles do. Question 190. How can you help prevent rear-end collisions? Option A. Avoid sudden stops. Option B. Before stopping, check your mirrors and blind spots for traffic. Option C. Release the gas pedal and let your vehicle slow before applying the brakes. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option C. Release the gas pedal and let your vehicle slow before applying the brakes. Explanation. Stopping suddenly can make it difficult for drivers behind you to avoid a rear-end collision. When stopping, release the accelerator to allow your vehicle to slow. Press the brake pedal by applying steady pressure, activating your brake lights and causing the vehicle to stop smoothly. Question 191. When may you proceed through an intersection that has a stop sign but no stop line or crosswalk? Option A. After slowing down to verify that there is no cross traffic. Option B. After coming to a complete stop and verifying that it is safe to proceed. Option C. After you have stopped at least 20 feet prior to the intersection. Option D. After slowing down to a speed of 10 miles per hour. The correct answer is option B. After coming to a complete stop and verifying that it is safe to proceed. Explanation. Stop before the stop line or crosswalk at any intersection that is controlled by a stop sign. If there is a stop sign but no stop line or crosswalk, stop before entering the intersection and proceed when it is safe to do so. Question 192. Slower moving traffic on a multi-lane highway should Option A. Drive in the right lane. Option B. Drive in any lane. Option C. Drive in the left lane. Option D. Drive in the lane with the least amount of traffic. The correct answer is option D. Drive in the lane with the least amount of traffic. Explanation. If you are driving more slowly than surrounding traffic on a multi-lane road, use the right lane. The left-hand lane is intended for use by faster-moving traffic that is passing slower-moving traffic. Question 193. When entering a curve, you should: Option A, get off the roadway. Option B, use the shoulder. Option C, downshift. Option D, take the vehicle out of gear. The correct answer is option C, downshift. Explanation: always reduce your speed in downshift before entering a curve. Question 194. An intersection has no traffic signs or signals. You arrive at the same time as a vehicle to your right. You should: Option A, speed up and get through the intersection. Option B, slow down and yield to the vehicle on your right. Option C, drive into the intersection and make the other vehicle stop. Option D, honk your horn and drive through the intersection. The correct answer is option B, slow down and yield to the vehicle on your right. Explanation: when two vehicles arrive to an uncontrolled intersection at the same time, the vehicle on the right has the right of way. Once the vehicle on the right has safely passed through the intersection, the other driver may proceed. Question 195. A hand valve can be used to: Option A, add fuel to a vehicle. Option B, prevent a truck from rolling backwards when starting from a stop. Option C, check the oil. Option D, load cargo. The correct answer is option B, prevent a truck from rolling backwards when starting from a stop. Explanation: if a tractor-trailer is equipped with a trailer brake hand valve, the hand valve can be applied to keep the vehicle from rolling backwards when the vehicle is started from a stop. Question 196. A bicyclist who doesn't obey traffic laws. Option A is in the right because bicyclists don't have to obey traffic laws. Option B can be ticketed. Option C will always receive a warning from law enforcement. Option D will have their bicycle impounded. The correct answer is option B, can be ticketed. Explanation: all bicyclists have the same rights, duties, and responsibilities as drivers of motor vehicles. Motorists and bicyclists who do not obey traffic laws can be ticketed. Question 197. What color are pavement markings that separate traffic lanes moving in opposite direction? Option A, yellow. Option B, white. Option C, yellow and white. Option D, yellow, white, and black. The correct answer is option A, yellow. Explanation: yellow lines are used in the center of the road to separate lanes of traffic moving in opposite directions. Question 198. Traffic signals sometimes display arrows to control turns from specific lanes. A green arrow, option A, is used only on one-way streets. Option B has the same meaning as a circular green traffic light, but traffic must turn in the direction indicated by the arrow. Option C means that you may proceed, but only if the green arrow is accompanied by a circular green light. Option D points the way to an airport. The correct answer is option B, has the same meaning as a circular green traffic light, but traffic must turn in the direction indicated by the arrow. Explanation: a green arrow has the same meaning as a circular green traffic light, but traffic in the indicated lane must turn in the direction shown by the arrow. Question 199. A single broken white line down the center of a two-lane road indicates: Option A, lanes are moving in opposite directions and drivers are not permitted to pass. Option B, lanes are moving in opposite directions and drivers are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Option C, lanes are moving in the same direction and drivers are not permitted to pass. Option D, lanes are moving in the same direction and drivers are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. The correct answer is option D. Lanes are moving in the same direction and drivers are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Explanation: white lines are used to separate traffic moving in the same direction. Dashed lines indicate that drivers directly next to the line are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Question 200. If you are stopped by a police officer, you should: Option A, unbuckle your seat belt and lower your window. Option B, get your paperwork ready before the officer reaches your car. Option C, stay in your vehicle with your hands on the steering wheel and wait for the officer to approach you. Option D, get out of your car and walk toward the patrol car. The correct answer is option C. Stay in your vehicle with your hands on the steering wheel and wait for the officer to approach you. Explanation: if you are stopped by the police, keep your hands on the wheel and ask any passengers to keep their hands in view as well. You should remain in the vehicle unless the police officer asks you to get out. Wait until the officer asks you to retrieve your driver license, registration, and insurance cards.